With us today is Richard Horowitz, and as we keep telling everybody, Richard is an attorney and private investigator here in Manhattan. All right, and Richard's also a former member of the IDF, but he is most recently supplying some incredible information to InfraGard here in the form of some analysis that he has broken out into two segments for us here on IGTV. All right, the first segment today will deal with what's going on in Manhattan Federal Court, conviction in North Carolina, and some bin Laden documents, as well as a Swedish nuclear plant. We're going to get into segment 2 later on, which time we'll give you the memory clip of the week as well. Richard, take it away. You're on the air.
Good morning, Joe.
Morning.
Well, right here in Manhattan, last week, an individual by the name of Mohammed Ibrahim Ahmed pled guilty to providing material support for Al-Shabaab. He'll be sentenced in November. Al-Shabaab is the Al-Qaeda affiliate in Somalia. He was in Somalia 2009 training. He came here to continue his efforts, and he pled guilty. At the same time, in North Carolina, we had the last of 7 individuals convicted in the same plot. Plot began, the FBI got wind of it a number of years ago. The first conviction was in 2009. Daniel Boyd is the leader of this group. He and his 2 sons, plus another 4, were involved with a plot to coordinate and commit jihad, violence, kidnapping, and so forth abroad. Daniel Boyd and his 2 sons pled guilty in 2011. The other 4 either pleaded guilty or were convicted by a jury. And last week, Anna Subachik was the last of the 7th to plead guilty. So that case is over, and the complaint in that case, as well as in the Amin al-Khalifi case, which we'll talk about in a moment, are online, available, and they're detailed. Amin al-Khalifi, who we spoke about in February, he was the individual who sought to shoot and kill security guards at the Capitol, penetrate the Capitol building, and detonate what he thought was an explosive vest. The FBI did a very good job in its undercover work and caught him. He pleaded guilty last week. He received a 25-year sentence for his plot. And of course, if everyone recalls the South Park incident a number of years ago, where South Park had Mohammed draw, or had a bear represent Mohammed as part of their skit. They make fun of all religions. They didn't draw Mohammed. They thought they would just put him in a bear suit. And they were getting all sorts of threats from a number of people. Jesse Morton, who ran a website called Revolution Muslim, is no longer online. He was recently sentenced, he pled guilty and sentenced to 11.5 years for his role in threatening South Park. His website was very radical. It encouraged violence. It applauded the act of Nidal Hassan at Fort Hood, and he got 11.5 years. Bin Laden documents. The Bin Laden documents have been recently declassified through a FOIA request by an organization called the National Security Archives. If you Google National Security Archives and the declassified Bin Laden documents, you will get the website where you can see these documents. And a week or so ago in Sweden, there was an explosive device found near one of their 3 nuclear power plants. They shut the whole operation down until they could ascertain what's going on, but finding an explosive device near a nuclear weapons plant anywhere is not a good sign. I'm sure the United States government is on top of this.
All right. So you want to take a break here, and then we'll come back and we'll do segment 2.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That was Richard Horowitz, and Richard is giving us our terrorism awareness moment. We'll be back right